Welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to teach you how to save a bad day. When your day is completely off the rails and you don't know what to do, I'm going to teach you exactly how to bring yourself back to a calm, cool, collected state so that you can finish the day off strong. Let's dive in. Today, I'm going to teach you what to do when shit hits the fan. And basically, I'm going to explain it with my own life, how I used this the other day. And this is kind of like an SOS plan. I think it's important for every person who's out there to create an SOS plan, which is when my day goes off the rails, I will do this. Because just because you have a bad morning or a bad moment doesn't mean that it has to be a bad day. Any day can be saved depending on how you show up in those moments. And so, it's great because now that we have a newborn, I feel like I'm getting all of this great content where the universe is trying to trigger me and show me where I need to grow and get better in lessons, which is in turn creating better podcast episodes in my mind. So the other night, I didn't get to bed at the normal time because the baby just decided he did not want to go to sleep. And normally what happens is we go to bed earlier, and then Lauren usually wakes up twice throughout the night to feed him. She pumps, and then at 5:30 she usually wakes me up and I feed him. And she goes back to bed and she sleeps for another 4 or 5 hours. And so I usually take him in the mornings, run my morning huddles with him, with the team, all of that stuff. So the other night, Lauren woke me up, or the morning, I guess, Lauren woke me up at 5:30 to feed the baby. And normally what I do is I feed him and burp him, and usually I'm able to go back to sleep after, put him back to sleep. We go back to sleep in the nursery for, usually another hour to an hour and a half is what I get. So I get, pretty decent amounts of sleep. For some reason, the night before, he didn't want to go to sleep, so we went to bed late. The morning that I woke up at 5:30, he didn't want to go back to sleep after eating like he normally does. So he just wanted to party all morning. And so there was no falling back asleep for me. And he falls asleep in his bassinet. And usually the only way that he'll fall asleep is if somebody's holding him and then you put him down. Anytime I put him down, he ended up wanting to, cry so that I would pick him back up and hold him. And so I was up from 5:30 on with very little sleep. And I run a morning huddle with my entire team at 9 a.m. And so normally what I do is I feed him right before, and then he sleeps out throughout the entire thing. On this day, he decided, hey, I want to be part of the morning huddle. I don't want to fall asleep this time. And at 9:15, I'm just going to pee on you. And so 9:15, I'm running the team meeting. He pees, somehow it gets out of, so much it leaks out. So I'm sitting there in the morning huddle, running it for 25 people, and I've got pee on my shirt for another 45 minutes. And then he just decides, because he's got pee on him, he's going to start crying. And he's not having a great morning. He's just not. And for some reason this morning, the mute button on my Zoom is not working. So since 5:30, everything that could go wrong has basically gone wrong. And then, my trainer gets there at 9 a.m. The person in our family who's supposed to come in and watch him and be there at 10 doesn't get there till 10:30. So I've got to figure out a way to go and get my workout in, have him there. He's crying. He's hungry. Just shit is just hitting the fan, and it's all over the walls, basically, is the way that this morning is going. And I want to tell you this. Just because you're having a bad morning doesn't mean that you're going to have a bad day. And so I could feel myself throughout the entire morning progressively getting more and more triggered, right? Progressively like, oh my God, getting a little bit more angry, a little bit more frustrated. And the thing I love about life and all of this is people listen to this podcast and they like, oh, this guy must have it all figured out. He must be perfect because he's the mindset mentor. No, that's not me. I'm a guy who's just been working on himself for 19 years, and I just continue to keep having ways that God or the universe or life shows me where I'm not free, where I'm triggered, so that I can figure out ways to get better at it. And the more that I learn about myself and I start to work through these things and figure out what works, I like to teach it so I can help you guys get through it as well. And so I just wanted to bring this up for you guys to all understand, like when you start to have, like for me, I know I gotta go to breath work and I've got to go to the oming. Like that just works for me. It might work for you, it might not, but what's important is that you find what works for you and you keep it like a tool in your tool belt, so when stuff does go a little bit crazy, you can kind of bring yourself back to the state that you want to be in so that you can make the right decision, so that you can be as present, so that you're not affecting other people in a negative way around you, and also so that you're not a negative Nancy. So that's what I got for you for today's episode. If you love this episode, please share it on Instagram stories. Tag me in at Rob Dial Jr., ROBDIALJR. Also, if you love this podcast, you're definitely going to love Mindset Mentor Plus. I designed Mindset Mentor Plus to help you integrate every single one of these episodes into your life. And for every single episode of the Mindset Mentor that comes out, Mindset Mentor Plus subscribers get a whole lot more. You'll get multiple page detailed worksheets that you can print out, effectively mini masterclasses for every single episode. That's way more in depth than just the episodes. They come with journaling questions. They come with stuff to underline, highlight. They come with assignments that come from it, so you can start integrating every episode into your life so that you and your life can improve faster. This is also where I do my monthly Q&A sessions, which you probably heard a couple episodes ago. I had some questions that were really good from the Q&As that I ended up doing episodes on. And so if you want to learn more about it, it is mindsetmentor.com. If you go there, you can check it out, see if it's right for you. And it is way, way less than $1 a day. I wanted to make it the most affordable that I could to try to impact as many people of you guys that are out there to really, really integrate every episode of this podcast so you can start to change your life. So once again, it is mindsetmentor.com. And with that, I'm going to leave you the same way I leave you every single episode. Make it your mission to make somebody else's day better. I appreciate you, and I hope that you have an amazing day.